Welcome back to the Writing Quest. Today is a very exciting day, but before we get to the lesson, our first order of business. Congratulations on winning the challenge in the last lesson. You guys are pros, and here's the mustache to prove it. Now that that's out of the way, let's get to the lesson. In our quest, we've learned about words and sentences, how to come up with topics, how to find information, how to write a thesis statement, how to outline, and how to format our papers. You've become expert adventurers, and you come face to face with the dragon. Now it's time to attack. That's right, we're ready to start battling the dragon by writing our first paragraph. The first paragraph of your paper, also called the introduction, is important because it tells the reader what the rest of the paper will be about. The thesis statement you wrote will be in this paragraph. Let's talk about the structure of the first paragraph. What do you need to include, and in what order? I'm going to teach you an easy formula that you can use for almost any paper you write. First, write an attention-grabbing opening, or an AGO as I like to call it. This is a sentence relating to your topic that will get your reader interested in what you're writing about. We want to start our papers with a bang. There are lots of ways you can start a paper, but we're going to focus on the two easiest and most common methods. So you can choose one of these for your paper. One way you can start it is with a quote, and remember to use quotation marks like we talked about. So for example, the famed French Emperor Napoleon Bonaparte once said, "You must not fight too often with one enemy, or you will teach him all your art of war." Another thing you can do to start your paper is start it with a powerful statement. Like, throughout history, weapons have been used as more than tools of war. Next, we want to write a short sentence to transition from the AGO to the rest of the introduction. For example, this is especially true of medieval weaponry. It's just going to be a short sentence to transition. Now, we'll want to preview our main points. In my case, I wrote a three-pronged thesis. You'll remember where I listed the three things I'm going to talk about in my paper. If you do that, you might not need a preview of your main points. I kind of wrote one here. These powerful, well-made weapons were used in several areas in battle and in everyday life. So I'm telling you that I'm going to talk about battle and everyday life. But then I'm going to go further into detail in my thesis, which is what we're going to put in last. The thesis statement. This is going to be the last sentence in your introductory paragraph. So, as I've said before, my thesis statement is, weapons were used in the Middle Ages for sieges, battles, and sports. Okay, so now that we have all of those, we're going to put them all together. So, mine comes out. Throughout history, weapons have been used as more than tools of war. This is especially true of medieval weaponry. These powerful, well-made weapons were used in several areas in battle and in everyday life. Weapons were used in the Middle Ages for sieges, battles, and sports. And there you have it. That wasn't so bad, was it? In 5 easy steps, we have the first paragraph. Remember the rules we learned in the first couple of lessons. Use formal language and write different kinds of sentences to make it more interesting. If you do that, you'll be in good shape. Thank you, and see you in the next lesson.